How's everybody doing? Once again, Glenn Mercurio, GS6gun on all the shave forums. Second razor for the JaNorton fun challenge there. I'm going to do something a little bit different. You know, you kind of start running out of ideas with these, with just two hones. But anyway, what I'm going to do, this is a Henkel's Friador. It's a vintage one. Nice little 11/16. And I'm just, of course, going to use the Norton 4 and the Norton 8. Been soaking for a while. I've been honing all morning, so this is where I get to hone when the wife is at work and I'm not. So I get to set up in the living room with the nice fireplace going, kick back in a nice comfortable chair, normally watch TV, which is right behind you, and relax. The pups usually come down and hang out too. Once again, a single layer of Scotch 700 3M electrical tape. You don't have to use electrical tape if you don't want to. It's totally up to you. I believe all homeware should be on the hones myself, but so I do. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kill this edge. This was shaving. I haven't actually honed this razor probably for about 2007 was the last time this razor was honed. I always use just the corner of the stone and just run it a couple of times, about 3 times usually kills the edge. Yeah. Also, you know, a good thumbnail test will kill an edge too pretty good. There are a few little rough spots there, but the edge is pretty well done, as you can see. That or my thumb would be bleeding. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit different. Excuse me here. This is an actual Norton prep stone. I'm going to clean off the 4K. This is the way I used to hone before the circles that Lynn came up with were made popular. Man, the circles are actually the easiest way to go, but we're using all kinds of different techniques right now, so let's use a couple of different techniques. Okay, it's the Norton 4K. I'm going to use the Norton prep stone and just raise a little bit of cutting slurry on it. Get that going a little bit. And I used to basically just do X strokes and different variations of X strokes to set the bevel. Again, the second hand is only a guiding hand. You don't want down pressure. I'm going to do these with just a little bit of pressure, not a lot. I would say light pressure. Let me rephrase that. In comparison to a finishing stroke, it would be medium pressure. I'm going to go with a slight bit of heel forward. I'm going to go just kind of down the hone with a little bit of an X pattern on it. And I'm going to do sets of 5 on this. If I can count. Okay, now I'm going to do a full X coming right off the stone at an angle. Almost a 45-degree X stroke there. 45-degree heel forward. Okay. I'm going to check the edge. Make sure there's no grabby spots there. Okay. A little bit lighter pressure now. Same 5 strokes. Again, the 45-degree X strokes. I'm feeling for rough spots. Now, go 5 X strokes, one-handed, light pressure. maybe a couple more. When you switch to the one-handed light pressure, you can oftentimes find a rough spot, which that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the mistakes so you can correct them. Just enough pressure to make sure the razor stays. There we go. That's what I wanted to feel. Nice, smooth. Oh, 30x loop, it's lit. Make sure I have a nice even bevel with no problems on it on both sides. This needs just a little bit of heel push to bring it. I'm just kind of concentrating on the heel right there. Looks like he got it. There we go. Okay. Done with the 4K. You can do the arm hair test if you can find some arm hair. You can hear that pop. Also, the thumb pad test should stick. Should be nice and sticky. I'm going to go to the 8K finisher now. Put one new layer of tape on there. DMT 325 again. Clean up the top of the stone, even it out. Just do about 5 figure eights usually, that should do it. Just leave a little bit of that slurry on there. We're going to do the same pattern again. Looking for the water to be moving right across the edge of the blade evenly. Degree X. Very, very, very light pressure. Not a finishing stroke yet. Still doing a little bit of cutting here. 45-degree X, about 5 of them. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try another trick, see whether or not I can't get an even finer finish on it. I'm going to use a 1000 grit Chaucera to actually lap the 8000 grit Norton, which should give me a little bit finer surface than the 325 DMT would. The Trocera is pretty hard, as you can tell. If you look right here, you're going to see some yellow there. You notice there's not a whole lot of green there. What I'm trying to do is get a really smooth surface out of it using a 1000 grit stone instead of the 325. I don't know whether it's going to make a huge difference or not, but it's something to experiment with, and that's what this JaNorton's all about. So, okay, I don't know whether it feels smoother or not, but it's worth a shot. All right, I'm going to clean the razor off. Make sure that there's no slurry left anywhere around there. Leave a little bit of a skim coat of water on there. And we're going to finish the razor off. Super light strokes. Barely enough pressure to keep the blade even on the stone. I'm actually going to let the Norton go almost to dry here, guys. It's kind of like a damp. I don't know whether you can see it, but he's up here turning circles before he lays down. You know, every good dog knows to turn at least 3 circles before they have to lay down. Getting really light on this. As it goes drier and drier, I'm getting lighter and lighter until I'm almost going negative pressure. In other words, less than the weight of the razor. Look at that bevel under. That is a really super tiny, almost mirror bevel. That came out pretty good. Obviously it's going to cut arm hair. Should be shave ready right now. It's just popping it. Coming right off there. Alright, I'm going to go strop this up and try to shave with it and post my results on the JaNorton thread. Trying to get this up. Got a snowstorm going on, so see how that works out with satellite internet out here in the boonies. I already got over 8 inches of snow out there and it's not stopping for 2 more days. Anyway, once again, gssixgun, Glenn Mercurio here. Continuing on with the JaNorton for the January Norton Challenge. Hopefully that gave you some ideas. All these systems work. There's all kinds of different ways to do things. Personally, I like the 20 circles to sharp that Lynn came up with for the bevel set, and then you go with whatever finishing format you want. But as you can see, it really is pretty simple to get a really good edge out of it. And most of you guys have already seen, since we're halfway through this month, you've already seen that the 4/8 Norton setup actually gives a much better shave than most people think it does. Anyway, we'll see you on the forums. Thanks again. See ya. Bye-bye.